What's up, ladies and gentlemen? In today's video, I want to talk about some amazing lease deals that we have on 2024 Porsche Macans on DriveMatch.com. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with DriveMatch.com, it's a company that I co-founded where you can find pre-negotiated lease deals at rock bottom prices. And yesterday, we just uploaded about a dozen Porsche Macans, and all of these lease deals are pre-negotiated, so you don't have to waste time with dealerships, and try to negotiate numbers. And all of these deals are amazing lease deals in terms of value. So in the first part of this video, what we'll do is we'll go over the lease terms in detail. We'll talk about the due at signing amount. We'll talk about the monthly payment, where these vehicles are located and where they can be shipped, etc. And then in the second part of this video, what we'll do is we'll talk about what a Porsche demo is, because all of the Macans, and we also have Cayennes, all of the Porsches on DriveMatch.com are demo vehicles. We'll talk about what that means and how it impacts things like warranty, and how these cars being demo cars actually works in your favor because of the favorable discount that we were able to negotiate on these vehicles. And then in the third part of this video, what we'll do is we'll run my 1.25% rule of leasing on one of these Porsche Macans, and I'll show you why these Porsche Macans are such good lease deals in terms of value. And then we'll also compare, what your monthly finance payment would be versus the monthly lease payment, so you guys can see why leasing these Porsche Macans is a financial no-brainer. So if that sounds good to you, please give this video a big thumbs up, and please be sure to follow or subscribe. But with that, let's go ahead and jump into the computer behind me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on DriveMatch.com. I'm just going to click on View Available Deals, and I'm just going to filter by make. I'm going to select Porsche and hit search. And here you can see that we have a bunch of Porsche Macans listed on DriveMatch.com at unbeatable prices, and all of these lease deals are pre-negotiated lease deals. And actually, we had some Porsche Macans last month, and those vehicles sold really, really quick. So if you're interested in these Porsche Macans, I would, encourage you to operate with a sense of urgency. Now, you'll also see that we have some 2024 Porsche Cayennes, and we've never had Porsche Cayennes on DriveMatch.com. So all four of these Porsche Cayennes are new, and this is a new model to DriveMatch.com. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to select a random Porsche Macan to work with and to discuss in detail. And let's actually go with this chalk Porsche Macan, because I love this chalk color personally. Now, as you can see, the total due at signing amount here is $3,000, and this includes your first month's payment. It includes your dealer fees, your state registration fees, and your acquisition fees. So, unlike when you go to a dealer and then you're surprised with all of these fees, we try to be fully transparent and not surprise you with any fees, and just try to let you know what you're dealing with and what you're going to pay up front. And you'll also pay a $500 drive match fee on top of this due at signing. So the total due at signing is $3,500, but that includes everything. That includes your registration fees, your dealer fees, etc. Nothing else. Now, as you can see, I have the chalk Macan selected, and the pre-tax monthly payment is $699 per month. And if we scroll down, you'll see more details on this chalk Porsche Macan. And as you can see, we actually have two of them available on DriveMatch.com. Here is car 1 and here is car 2. Now, for car number 1, as you can see, the exterior color is chalk, the interior color is black. And if you wanted to view the packages, here's a list of the packages, as well as explaining that this car is a demo with about 2,000 to 3,000 miles on the odometer. And you can see that this car is located in California and available for residents of California. Now, this deal isn't available for the entire country. It's just for California residents. But regardless of whether you live in Northern California or Southern California, you can get this car. This particular car is located in Southern California, and you can pick it up in person for free, or you can have it shipped for a small fee. Now, you can see that this particular Macan has an MSRP of a little over $69,000. The offer is 24 months. It allows for 10,000 miles a year, plus the $699 monthly payment plus tax. Now, one of the cool features of DriveMatch.com is that you can actually place a bid on the vehicle. So let's just say that, maybe you can't afford or you don't want to pay $699 for this particular Macan. You can actually place a bid. And, with bidding, you have to be reasonable. So what we do is we take these bids, we submit them to the dealer, and sometimes the dealer, for, a variety of reasons or circumstances, may, accept a particular bid. But I do encourage you guys to be realistic with your bid. bid. Like, don't put $500 or $400. Like, maybe the dealer will accept 660, maybe 670, something like that. But don't be too unrealistic with your bids. But if you're fine with the price and you want this car, something that you love, because we've already done the work of negotiating the price on these Porsche Macans. As a matter of fact, on average, negotiated a discount of 20%, which is unreal and which is very, very hard to get on Porsches if you were to shop on your own. But if I was interested in this particular car, I would just hit this lease for $699 a month. And that will take me to this page where I will see some additional information on this car. And the cool thing about this page is it actually gives me a shipping fee estimate. So the zip code I'm using for my profile at this moment is 94016, which is a San Francisco area, Northern California zip code. And it tells me that if I wanted to have this car shipped to where I am located, the shipping fee is going to be about $500. And you also get some more monthly payment details. So the monthly tax estimate based on my zip code is 10% for $69, and an estimated monthly cost or monthly payment of $768. And if you wanted to place an order for this car, you would just read some of this language here, click this box, and then click on this button where it says place order and pay the $500 fee, and then we would source this vehicle for you and make this vehicle yours. And if it requires shipping, we would get that done as well. Now in this part of the video, what I want to do is talk about what a Porsche demo is, because as you guys probably noticed, all of the Porsches that we have listed on DriveMatch.com are ex-demo cars. But an ex-demo car actually works in your favor because it's actually the sweet spot when it comes to leasing, and I'll explain why in this part of the video. And when it comes to explaining what a Porsche demo is, I don't want to, reinvent the wheel. I just went to Porsche Fremont's website. I thought they had a very good explanation of what a Porsche demo is. So right here where it says, what is a demo vehicle? So demo vehicles are vehicles that have previously been driven by the Porsche marketing team or Porsche executives for up to 1 year. And none of the vehicles that we have been driven for a year. They've all been driven 6 months or less. And after they reach a certain mileage, these vehicles become Porsche demo vehicles and are for sale to shoppers around San Jose, but not in our case. And their previous use makes them affordably priced, and their use by the executive team means they're equipped with some of the most luxurious and advanced Porsche features. And in the case of the Porsches that we have on DriveMatch.com, I just talked to our leasing team, and we've actually managed to negotiate, an average of a 20% discount on each one of these Porsche Macans and Porsche Cayennes. And if you, follow the Porsche market, you'll know that a 20% discount on a Porsche Macan or a Porsche Cayenne is pretty unbelievable, and that's stellar when it comes to negotiating Porsche leases. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, like I would, how a Porsche being a demo impacts its warranty. So as you can see here, this is directly from Porsche.com. It says a new vehicle warranty begins on the date the car is first delivered to the first retail purchaser, or the date it is first used as a demo, lease, or company car, whichever comes first. Now, the majority of these cars, these Macans and Cayennes that we have, or all of them, have not been in use as demos for more than a year. So most of them are about 6 months old, so it doesn't impact the warranty. And most of them, if not all of them, have under 5,000 miles. So as you guys saw, these are 2-year leases that allow for 20,000 miles a year, and you can get, 12 or 15,000 miles a year if you want them. And even if you do a 15,000 mile a year lease, you're still well within the Porsche warranty limits. So to answer your guys' question, if you were to lease any of these Porsches on DriveMatch.com, they're under full factory warranty, so you have nothing to worry about. Now in this part of the video, what I want to do is run my 1.25% rule of leasing on a Porsche Macan. We'll just use the same one that we've been working with, the chalk Porsche Macan. And my 1.25% rule of leasing is just a rule of thumb that I use to determine whether or not you're getting a good deal on a particular lease in terms of value. And if we run my 1.25% rule of leasing on this Porsche Macan that we've been looking at over the course of this video, what I'll do is I'll take the $3,500 that's due at signing, and then I'll subtract the monthly payment of $699 from that amount, since it's included in the due at signing amount, as you can see here. And when I do that, I get $2,801. Now what I'm going to do is divide this by 24, since this is a 24-month lease. And when I do that, I get $116. Now what I'm going to do is actually add the monthly payment of $699 back into this amount, which gives me a pre-tax monthly payment of $815, and I'll multiply this by 1.1 to account for 10% in sales tax. And that gives me an effective monthly payment with nothing out of pocket, including taxes, of $897 a month. And when I divide this by this vehicle's MSRP, which is, a little over $69,000, but we'll use $69,000 for this example, we'll keep it conservative. And if I multiply this 0.013 by 100 to move the decimal point over 2 spots, I get 1.3%. Now, ladies and gentlemen, anytime your monthly payment with $0 down, and this is not even $0 down, this is $0 out of pocket with $0 in total drive-offs, is less than 1.5% of the vehicle's MSRP, that's a good lease deal. And anytime the monthly payment with $0 down is less than 1.25% of the MSRP, that's a great deal. And anytime your monthly payment with $0 down is less than 1% of the vehicle's MSRP, that's an amazing lease deal. And those amazing lease deals, at least for now, are just reserved for electric vehicles because they do qualify for that $7,500 EV tax credit. But ladies and gentlemen, 1.3% for a Porsche Macan is pretty incredible if you guys follow the Porsche market. And in terms of value, this is an amazing lease value. And really quickly, I want to show you guys why leasing these Porsche Macans and Cayennes that we have on DriveMatch.com makes a lot of financial sense. Now here I have the auto loan calculator, which shows you what your monthly payment would be if you were to finance a particular car. And I plugged in the numbers on this Porsche Macan. It has an MSRP of $69,000. I use a loan term of 72 months, an interest rate of 5%, which seems reasonable. The state is California, a sales tax rate of 10%, and I included title, registration, and other fees of $2,300. So I aligned it to the DriveMatch deal, and when I calculated that deal, I got a monthly payment of $1,259, and that's compared to a monthly lease payment of $897 on DriveMatch.com. And this $897, is inclusive of state registration fees, your all of your taxes, your first month's payment. It's calculating everything. So this is with net $0 down, nothing out of pocket. Your monthly payment would be $897 a month, including taxes, versus $1,259 if you were to finance this car with a selling price of $69,000. And even if you were on your own to negotiate a selling price, let's say you negotiated $9,000 off and you got a selling price of $60,000, even with that, your monthly payment is still $1,100 compared to just under $900 if you used DriveMatch.com for savings of roughly $2,400 a year, ladies and gentlemen, and over 2 years, $4,800. So if that's not material savings, I don't know what is. And good luck, when you're negotiating on your own, trying to find a Porsche dealer that will discount the cars, 10%, let alone the 20% that we've managed to do with DriveMatch. And you save yourself a ton of time, you save yourself a ton of money, and you work with, people that have a high level of integrity, and we'll make sure that, you're satisfied. Otherwise, we will refund that $500 fee, no questions asked. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a video. If you have any questions about these Porsche lease deals on DriveMatch.com or any other DriveMatch.com deal, let me know in the comment section below. And even if you have just general leasing questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you want a direct link to DriveMatch's live inventory, because we do have other deals outside of California and outside of Porsche lease deals, I'll leave the link below in the description. But I'm going to call it a video with that. Thank you all for watching. Financial knowledge is power. Please like and follow for more.